Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you another Manic Monday book review for The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. And also, happy Vlogmas Day 2. I hope December's going really well for you. And I am just so excited to be participating for the first year. So, also, I apologize for the different location. My library room is currently filled with boxes, so it doesn't look very nice. So we're just winging it. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So this follows the story of Princess Guinevere, and she travels to Camelot to marry Arthur. However, the caveat is that Princess Guinevere has actually died. And so the person that is impersonating Guinevere was actually sent by Merlin in order to protect Arthur from people and things who want Camelot and Arthur to fail. And magic has also been banned from Camelot, and therefore Merlin has been banned from Camelot, and so the woman who is masquerading as Princess Guinevere actually has magic, so she has to keep that under wraps in order to protect herself as well. And this is different than a lot of retellings. Hi! But I was really excited to see an Arthurian legend being retold because I don't think I've ever seen one in YA, at least not recently. So I thought this was a really cool concept. And one thing I did like about it is that there are gender swapped roles. I won't say who because that will spoil it, but for example, a knight who is typically a male might turn out to be female. One thing I did appreciate is that Arthur and Guinevere are still in their teens or their late teens, and so their actions and motivations and thoughts in this book I felt were really age appropriate. So they may not make the best decisions, but for someone their age, I can see the logic. Another thing I really enjoyed was the magic system. It was kind of unique. They had witches in the story, and one of the main witches uses something called knot magic, K-N-O-T. So in order to cast like protective spells or spells to get rid of magic when you pass the threshold, she had to tie knots. So she could do that with her hair. She could trace knots in the condensation. She could do it with fabric. Just anything that she could make into a knot. And she hung them all around the castle in order to help protect Arthur in Camelot. And I just thought that was really interesting because there's kind of a limit. It's a weak form of magic, but it's still fairly effective for what she was trying to do. I also thought the world building and the descriptions were really good. I could clearly visualize what Camelot looked like and what the surrounding area looked like, and I could see myself going down the streets and how the world operated or how Camelot operated. And I will say that was really, really awesome in this book. I also really enjoyed the characters. Arthur, when you typically think of him, he's just a hero and he's in charge of the round table and just this valiant man who just wants to do so much good for Camelot. And while the Arthur in this book is that same person, he's also very conflicted because he wants to protect Camelot, but he also wants to protect the people he loves, and sometimes those are in conflict in the decisions he has to make. And he's put in such a hard spot where he has to decide between the two. And I really enjoyed the fact that he took the time. It wasn't just a black and white, Camelot before everything, it will not fail. And I also really liked Guinevere. She's very smart and resourceful, and she's very protective of herself at first, and throughout the story she kind of starts letting people in, and I really appreciated that she's there to protect Arthur. So she doesn't need Arthur in order for the story to be successful. She's not dependent on the guy like in the typical Camelot story. And in order to succeed, Guinevere has to learn to put her trust in others in order for them to help her. And I really, really appreciated that there wasn't the male hero saving the damsel in distress trope, because I don't think I would have liked the story as much. There was also LGBTQ rep in here, and I really enjoyed it because it was a little twist that I wasn't expecting. I also loved that the relationships in this book weren't insta-lovey. They felt very natural. In the time period that they're in, it's very typical to get married to someone you may not have met before, or someone that you have known for a very, very short time. And so I loved that the characters in this book developed friendships first, and Guinevere slowly started opening up and started having female friends and male friends and just simple friendship. I also loved that there was a huge plot twist that I wasn't expecting, and then the ending, there was a nice cliffhanger. So I am really looking forward to the next book. The one thing that, or two things that I wasn't a huge fan of is that the writing style took a little bit to get into. Like, it started a little slow, but then it picked up. And the other thing is that the transitions between chapters were a bit choppy. Like, you have the normal chapters where you're following the main characters, and then you have these other, like, half a page chapters where it's some unknown person and you kind of get to see inside their head. But it's very kind of jarring at first till you get used to it. So that is one thing I didn't really like, but it didn't really take away my enjoyment of the story. So overall, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I am definitely looking forward to the next one, even though I'm going to have to wait like a year. But this is my first Kiersten White book, so I'm thinking I might want to pick up her other series. So have you read this? If so, did you like it? Have you read anything else by her? Do you have any recommendations? Let me know down below. I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.